Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Luke Monster, and today we're going to be looking at the top 10 best Black Series figures of 2024 so far. As you know, we're about halfway through the year, and we've already got a ton of Black Series bangers in the line, and so we're going to be ranking them from number 10 all the way up to number 1, and so we can decide the best Black Series figure released so far in 2024. Really quick though, we're actually doing a giveaway on the channel. We're giving away this Black Series Clone 2-pack at 15k subs, but you do have to be subbed to the channel to enter, so make sure you go down and hit that sub button down below so you don't miss out once we do hit 15k. And we're also doing member giveaways here on the channel. All of our members will be entered to win this Black Series Mace Windu, and if you're a premium member, you will be entered to win this Black Series White Box Mando. You do have the entire month of June if you do want to enter, and any members that do join during the month of June will automatically be entered to win these figures, so consider going down and hitting that join button down below. Coming in at the number 10 spot, I actually gave it to R5. Now, R5 is a super cool figure, and he is on that brand new astromech body that we just got in the line in 2023, and so to see another astromech right away like this, a quick turnaround, is incredible, especially with such a large part being played in Mando Season 3. This figure was a necessity, and I think the figure turned out amazing. It already has all the amazing sculpting that went into that original R2 figure, but it even does have some brand new pieces sculpted into it with a brand new astromech dome, as well as the little bad motivator piece you can pop into the back of the head, and so you can have it be like on Tatooine in A New Hope when he pops the bad motivator. That's awesome, and overall I think this is such a good figure and a huge upgrade from the original release. Now, coming in at the number 9 spot, I actually gave it to Episode 1 Anakin. Now, this figure is really good. He is a little tiny, and I know a lot of people are upset about that. They don't think he's worth the price, but I gotta say, he turned out incredible. The sculpting is great, paint apps are great, and overall, I think the only thing that this guy could have benefited from is maybe a few extra accessories. I think the pod racing helmet would have been great, or the Naboo starfighter helmet would have been incredible, but nonetheless, I think he's still an amazing figure, and he definitely deserves to be in the top 10. Coming in at the number 8 spot is very similar from Episode 1, but it is actually Padme from that exact same wave. And this Padme is absolutely amazing. I do really love this outfit choice. I think there's several they could have chose from the Phantom Menace, and I do think the only one that they could have chose better is that big red dress Queen Amidala look. But as far as a Padme goes, this is a really solid Padme outfit. I think it looks great. The maroon and gold go together so well. And I do love that they included the swappable hands, so you can use both the grapple hook blaster and the standard Naboo blaster. I think that's awesome. And then I do think the likeness to Natalie Portman is incredible as well. Coming in at the number 7 spot, I actually gave it to the 2 Phase 1 clones that we got this year. That being the plain white Phase 1, as well as the 501st Phase 1 that we got in the 2-pack. Both of these figures are great. They are on the 2023 clone body, which means the articulation is incredible. I think the helmet sculpt is great, and overall these are some amazing figures. I do have this a little bit lower than the Phase 2 versions, just because I think I like the Phase 2 versions a little bit more, but that is personal preference. But that's just why this figure is a little bit lower on the list compared to the Phase 2, which you guys will see here in just a little bit. Coming in at the number 6 spot is actually another Phantom Menace figure, and that's the Droidica. You know, if you told me 2 years ago that I'd have 3 Phantom Menace figures in my top 10, I'd probably say you're crazy, but this has been a great year for the Phantom Menace, and this Droidica figure is no exception. I do think it does have a few problems when it comes to the tightness of the joints, because a few of them are a little bit loose here and there, but regardless, the figure's a work of art. It looks incredible. The amount of detail and paint apps that went into the sculpt is amazing, and the fact that they actually engineered it to where he can roll up into a ball is amazing, and I think they really went all out on the figure. It is a deluxe figure, but I think it is easily worth the price point. Coming in at the number 5 spot really surprised me, and that is Inquisitor Cal. This figure came out in an Amazon 3-pack, 2 of which were pretty much just repaints or re-releases, but Cal is a brand new figure from it, and he really surprised me. Now, Inquisitor Cal is kind of just like a disguise that he wore. It's also he had a flashback wearing the outfit. It's not like a really super important outfit to the story of Fallen Order, but the figure is executed so well. I love the shiny glossy armor that he has for the chest piece. I absolutely love he has this kind of Sith angry expression on his face, and overall the figure just looks incredible. It has all of your modern articulation and paint apps, and really it's just executed perfectly. I think this one is definitely going to be a sleeper on a lot of people's lists. Coming in at the number 4 spot is the figure that a lot of people just kind of thought disappeared, and that is Mundi. And he was announced for well over a year before we finally started to see him go in stock, which is very, very odd for the Black Series, but we finally got around to getting him in the line, and he is quite incredible. Amazing sculpting and amazing articulation all the way around. I think this is one of those figures you can really tell how far articulation goes, and you can see that they really, really put a lot of work into the sculpt for this. I think the details in the face are incredible. And this figure even has ball jointed wrists, which is something new for the Black Series, but I think it turned out really good, and I'm hoping to see them do that on more figures in the future. Coming in at the number 3 spot is another figure that is a really, really long time coming, and that is the Super Battle Droid. Now this one was a part of a 2-pack with a single release coming out here very, very soon, but even the one in the 2-pack is incredible. I know some people were upset with the paint apps and everything, but I think it looks amazing. Really, the sculpt for this figure is incredible. Most of the battle droids in the line have some pretty poor balance problems, but the Super Battle Droid manages to do it perfectly. The joints are tight and it feels really high quality. And of course, you can pop off the head and the chest panel to get that Republic Commando battle damaged look, which I think is incredible. It's a detail they didn't have to include, but they went out of their way to include it. They sculpted it in, they painted it, and as a longtime Republic Commando fan, it's something that just means the world to me, and I'm really glad to see the designers put that detail into it. Coming in at the number 2 spot, I gave it to the 332nd Trooper. This is another clone trooper on that 2023 clone body. And again, every time I get a figure on that 2023 clone body, I just love it more and more, and I think that 332nd is no exception. Taking a look at the 2023 32nd, this one is a remake of that figure, but it is leaps and bounds better. The paint apps are way better, the articulation is leaps and bounds better. And of course, this one does have that removable helmet with the Tamora Morrison likeness underneath, which is also such a huge improvement. Anyway, coming down to the number 1 spot, I gave it to Glavis Ringworld Mando. This figure was very highly anticipated. When they said they're going to be making a brand new sculpt for Mando, everybody got excited. They didn't know quite what to expect, and yet this figure still blew everybody out of the water. They gave him a brand new sculpt head to toe, which is such a huge improvement from the original version. I do love the pinless look all the way around. I think the paint apps and the sculpting is incredible. But really, I just think they went all out on this figure. They went out of their way to give him a soft goods cape, which is one of the most asked for things on this figure ever since the original number 94 Mando came out back in 2019. But they also just loaded him full of accessories. They gave him the jetpack, which you can now have on the back of the figure with the cape on, which is again just another huge improvement and something you couldn't do with that previous model. But they also gave him the vibro knife, which is another accessory that a lot of people were asking for. Of course, you got the standard blaster, but they also gave him the Darksaber. This figure really just is like the best Mandalorian figure you can get. And honestly, I think this figure is in the top 10 best figures of all time, and it's probably close to the top of the list. Anyway guys, that was my list. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to go down, hit the like button, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below what you would change on this list, because I know not everybody's going to agree with me, and that's just fine, but leave a comment down below what you would change, and I'll see you guys in the next video.